How tall can you build your raft? Hey, what's up guys? This is Coca-Cola and today we are pushing the limits of Raft. And my poor graphics card. In just a few minutes, I'm going to build and climb hundreds of stories into the air, show you the views, tell you how many stories it takes for the game to crash, and then destroy it all. Well, just how many stories is the limit? There are three possible answers. 1. There are a set number of stories that you can build, and we will discover that today. 2. There is an unlimited amount of stories that you can build. And 3. My computer explodes before we can determine either of those. Before we start, I am a new channel, and any comments, likes, and subscriptions go a long way. I seriously appreciate if you followed and checked out my page. I'm going to be doing this on creative mode, since I won't have to spend time gathering the resources to build so many stories. But if there is a build limit, I will definitely try it out on normal mode. Let's load up into a game and see what happens. Raft is an open-world survival game where you gather resources, upgrade your raft, and explore islands in search of finding the rest of civilization. The building aspect has always been really fun to me, and I wanted to test the limits. Just a quick detour before we start. I'm lowering all of my settings to fast so there is less load on my computer. The first thing I'm going to do is to build out my raft a little bit bigger. This way, when we look down, it is easier to tell just how high up we are. To find the limit, I need to build up. And the easiest way to build up is to stack ladders on top of each other. I'm starting my build now, and all I'm doing is holding W to move up and left click to stack the ladders. I'm also holding shift to sprint and make this journey a little bit faster. I stopped at 30 stories and it actually doesn't look too tall. I can still see a lot of my raft. And look, I can even see the shark, Bruce, swimming around there. As for the view, I can see pretty far out into the ocean. It sucks there's no island spawns in creative mode because I wanted to get a reference to how high up we are. Maybe that's a video for a different day. Let's keep climbing. I'm at 50 stories high, and I'm starting to trigger my fear of heights because this looks terrifying. My graphics card is handling it surprisingly well. My frames are doing pretty good. Let's just hope it could stay like this as I continue. Up now at 100 stories, I can't even see my raft anymore. The view looks pretty similar at 100 stories compared to 50. It's just the raft itself that looks like it's getting smaller. But you never know. Let's keep going to see how that changes. I kept building. It takes around 30 seconds to build 50 stories up. It looks pretty trippy when you take a moment to look down. It kind of looks like you're staring down railroad tracks. As I keep building up here, I notice that there isn't much of a difference in the skyline every time I stop to look at the view. Taking a moment here to look at the long-awaited sunset. Just look at this. Beautiful, isn't it? At night, it's a little bit harder to show the views, but I kept building and ended up at 600 stories. I also got this really cool shot where the moon lined up perfectly with the ladders. It looks like I'm building straight up to it, just super cool. At 850 stories, I paused to look at the moonset? Is that a word? You know what I mean. It was kinda underwhelming, but then immediately after, I did a 180 to catch the sunrise. At that point though, I was feeling kind of tired of building, and determined that the game must let you build infinitely high. I was pretty confident in this, since it doesn't really make sense for the height limit to your build being at, say, 900, 950, or 1000 stories. If I'm already here at 850, it must go on forever. And if there was a limit, I definitely would have hit it by now. But that's not all, because I have some other cool stuff to show you. Now I know you're wondering, what does it look like to fall from 850 stories? Well, I'm about to show you. Very soon. Some fun facts before the video ends. It took me about 7.5 minutes to climb up from the very bottom. I also found out that you can detach, circle around in midair, and then reattach to the ladder. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is what happens when you jump off a ladder this high. I'm also going to show you what it looks like to destroy a ladder of this size. But before I do, I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I loved making this video, and if you have any suggestions on a challenge or limit testing that I should do next, please comment to let me know. While you're at it, it would mean the world to me if you liked the video and subscribed to the channel. Any bit of interaction helps in a big way for a new channel like mine. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.